Wow. Yeah, we will try to do a STEM activity today to see how we can navigate from mathematics to art using the concept of mathematics, recycled materials, and doing some art with creativity. How can we make use of our free time activities, which is not costly and is comfortable for anyone to do? Let's get started. Here, my work materials. What do you see? What can you identify? What do you know? This is a pair of scissors. We have paper, rectangularly shaped paper. We have glue stick. You can use a liquid one, up to you. We have a marker to draw lines or whatever. We have color pencil to color, decorate. Another pair of scissors, a bigger one, depending on how which shape you have to cut out. And which colors can you identify? All right, so let's get started. Are you ready? Do you want to take part in this? All right, get your piece of paper or any one pieces or a piece of paper. An A4 paper will do the trick. You want to make a lotus flower, either a lotus or a rose flower. The system is the same. So the first thing is that a rectangle, we have the length and the width, or the long side and the short side. So we have to fold into two along the length. So you fold. Try to make it as even as possible. Fold. When you fold, you have equal shape. Equal. If it's not perfect, no problem. When you do the activity, you will come out with something. Now, when you fold, what you do now, you split into two. I'm splitting like this because I know how to do. If you can do it, fine. If you can't, use your a pair of scissors and cut. Now I have one. I need two of these. I run aside. Now I get another piece of paper. It should be noted that you should use recycled papers, right? Recycled papers. If you make mistakes, you cut again. You can also use colored papers so that you avoid coloring and the beauty will be organic. But it kills your creativity. All right. So now we need 2/4. So this is half of the A4 paper. Now we have to fold into two along the length. Fold into two. When you fold, you cut an A4 paper into two, you get two rectangles, smaller rectangles. Now, if you take one of those smaller rectangles, you fold into two again along the length, you get two smaller rectangles. At the end of the day, you will need to have four rectangles. You will need to have four rectangles. So, two smaller ones and this one bigger, two. Here we go. Now we move from rectangular shapes, we want to make triangular shapes, triangles. Triangles, they have a triangle has got three sides. So in order to achieve this, let us fold along, we always fold along the length. Fold the length into two, you move down to a smaller rectangle. Look at. Then you fold the second time along the length. Every rectangle you have will always have a length and a width. We get the smallest rectangle we can obtain by folding twice. So this is the length, this is the width, or the longer side, shorter side, up to you. How do you want to call it? Now here comes the tricky part. If the next one that we have to do, you don't get it right, you will come out with multiple leaves. So we want them to be together. And the secret of this is you have to form the triangle to meet at the junction point where there is no cut. So let me number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 junctions. I will hold it at the sixth. If you look at the sixth junction, it's like the middle of all the lines. If I open it, look at, you see where the lines meet. Here, this is the focal point. This is where you hold your flower together. Now I fold. Now we have to make the triangle. Now we are moving from a rectangular shape to a triangular shape. So to make the rectangle, as I hold the 6th point, I should fold these two that are opposite to that side. Look at the shorter side, not the longer side. Look at, there are two sides. This one is long, this one is short. Hold the end of the shorter side and fold to form a triangle where the midpoint will be where you were holding. Ta-da! We come out with a triangle. To actually see the triangle well, if you fold this out, can you see the triangle? Can you see? Look at. Can you see a triangle? Good. This is the technique. If you miss this step, then you will have a lot of work to do. This fold can either come this way or it can go backwards. It's okay. It's still a triangle. The important thing is this focal point here. Good. If we are done with this, then we repeat the process for all the three that we have. So now let's do it. We're gonna go faster. Okay? Are you ready? Cuttings. Now to cut, you can use a marker so that it shows you exactly how to map. So now I want to start with a rose, or yeah, a rose. Let's take a rose. After that, we do a lotus. So for a rose, the marking should be circular. Circular. Can you see my circle? Look at the shape. Good. Then the next one, this will be the inner one. The outer one, we make it bigger. A bigger circle. The lobes will be bigger. So if you look at the drawings, the lines are of different lengths, right? Or heights. So this one, the outermost one, good. And this one. So you can give them numbers. I'll give you numbers to help you. So let's take this one, the outermost one, to be number 1. This is number 2. This will be number 3. And this will be number 4. Good. Are you done? Do you have all in order? So which one should we begin with? Which one do you want to begin with? It's up to you. Anyone you begin with, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you have to cut along these lines. All right, I'm going to use my giant scissors. Remember, I have two. I use a giant pair. Okay, so let's go. Ready? Look at my cutting. Be careful the way you hold your hand of the paper. Okay, so that you don't cut your finger. Cut along the lines. If your cutting is not perfect, don't worry. Just do it and see what you get at the end. Just do it. Look at neat. Now, you look at the shape, the big reveal, number 4. You see, it's like a heart. Good. And ta-da! That is number 4. Yes? Good. We keep aside. Let's do number 3. If you cut along the lines as I showed you, you will come out with nice folds, clean cuts. If it's difficult for you to cut, you can seek assistance from a senior. Is mommy there? Is daddy there? Is your uncle there? Anyone who is closer to you that can help you with the cuts, that's fine. And this is fold number 2. So if you look at this, let me just show you the comparison. This number 4, if you position them, you see. Good. Look at how neat my table is. Look at 4 folds. Look at them. Now I place them down. You see the difference, or the differences in the 3. Do you see? Good. Excellent. Now, how do we fold them to get our lotus? Number 1, you cut one out. One of these. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? For number 1, to make it easier, cut one out. Just remove one. It'll be easier for you to get the fold. Number 1, one out. If number 1 out, one out, what do you think number 2? What do we do with number 2? The folds are the same. Number 1, one out. So to keep it consistent, let the number stay there, then you go to the right, right? So if number 1, one out. Number 2, can you follow the logic? Can you? Number 2, you take 2 out. Do you see? If number 2, 2 out, can you guess? Number 3, how many out? Ta-da! Watch. Did you guess correctly? Excellent. 3 out. And finally, number 4, how many out? Good job. 4 out. So you just cut along the line. Remember, you maintain the number there because it will help you. Good. And we are done with cutting. So we have 4, we have 3, we have 2, and 1. So now we want to make the folds. At this stage, if you wish to color and design, that is fine. This is when you design. You design them, use your colors. But today I'm not going to design. I'm not going to design. You can do that. So I'm just going to move ahead to get the flower in place. All right. So how do we fold? Folding is very easy. Once you did the cutting correctly, you just take the first fold and put behind. Number 1 behind. Look at number 1. Take this fold and put number 3 behind. Do you see that? For number 2, just fold and put number 2 behind. Do you see? Number 4, just fold and put number 4 behind. Any side you fold, that's fine, but let's just keep the numbers behind, okay? So that's easier. We have direction. Like I said about the glue, it's up to you which one you prefer, which one is convenient for you. So I'm going to go with the paper glue so that it's not messy. All right. So just apply a bit of it. You just want it to stick together so that it doesn't fall off. Good. There is another method of doing this without actually cutting any fold. That one I'll show you later. So this one may seem, this one is the easiest. All right. You see, as you glue, you just keep. Then we go to 2. You can do it in any order. We go to 2, you fold, and you clip. Good. Using a glue stick is very convenient. It's very convenient. It keeps the place clean. You see, 3. You see the cups, they come out neatly. And for 4, you may mistakenly apply the glue on the wrong side. No problem, just stick. Just stick. The numbers are just there to help you. Okay, so to assemble them, number 1 is down, number 2 is inside number 1, number 3 is inside number 2, and number 4. Ta-da! Did you do by yourself? Are you happy? Okay, can you show? Can you show? Is it beautiful? Yeah. All right, good job. Good job. So if we want it to stick together so that it doesn't fall, what do we use? We bring our glue. All right, there is a small twist. So we use A4 paper. What if you use something like a tissue paper? How would it look like? That is an assignment for you. Can you use other papers to do this? Then now all you have to do is allow the glue to stick to dry off. Look at, look at. For those who are creative enough, you can draw bees. Okay, look at. Ta-da! Is it beautiful? Yeah.